Welcome to episode 8 of the Snacking Hour. Usually we try to do a good show. This time we're going to try to do a fair show, right? Because
I thought we were going to go up from good, not down from good.
No, but we went to some fairs.
Oh,
we're going
okay.
to talk about
them. I get it.
And that went right over?
Oh, man, right over my head.
Okay.
Now, fair food is the best type of food that you can talk about if you're talking about snacks. You have to go to a fair. Whenever you go to a fair or a county festival or anything where there's rides and games and stuff like that, you know you're going to find really good food, and that includes everything from fried dough to corn dogs to cotton candy to candied apples. Oh, I'm just getting hungry right now just thinking about it.
Let's introduce ourselves. So
what's
your
okay.
name?
My name's Keith, and I am the Secretary of Snacks for Taquitos.net and co-host of the Snacking Hour, which you're watching now. You're not watching a Selectmen's meeting. If you were, and you were expecting a Selectmen's meeting, it ain't happening here. And you are?
I'm not a selectman anymore. My name's Jeremy. I'm the Chief Snacks Officer of Taquitos.net. Usually we like to read emails, and usually we don't get any. We apparently have people actually watching the show these days. First email's from Justin. It says, "Yo, me and my pal Jake and some other cool kids were watching your show. Total of 6 of us, probably a record."
And a record for his house, or a record for our 6 people watching the show?
Wants to know, what is your favorite type of chocolate?
Okay.
Are there any chip brands that include chocolate? So
okay.
Apparently Justin likes chocolate. By the way, how did you get a show where all you do is taste chips?
And then he says, "Thanks, bros."
So this next one says, "My friend Furman and I watch your show all the time." Wow. Right now I'm watching episode 7. I was wondering if you could read this email. Okay, we did that.
Didn't he have a question? No.
And the other one is from Furman. My pal Jake, this goes in circles, everyone's talking to each other, loves you guys and the chips, but he was wondering what are your favorite Cape Cod brands. My pal Jake's favorite kind are salt and vinegar. Your favorite type of chocolate?
Oh, my favorite type of chocolate. I would have to say milk chocolate is my favorite, but really any type of chocolate.
Okay, I'm with you there.
Dark chocolate, white chocolate, I'm okay with, especially white chocolate, the Hershey's Cookies and Cream. Outstanding candy bar. The best thing for chocolate with the snack is chocolate-covered pretzels. All right, the other question was Cape Cod.
Sea salt and vinegar of Cape Cod in that kind of light blue bag.
Yep.
Very good.
Jake, yeah, you are a true connoisseur of chips because you chose our favorite brand of Cape Cod snacks, which is the salt and vinegar. They keep trying some other new flavors, but really the 2 basics for Cape Cod, the regular Cape Cod. Don't go with the reduced fat, please. Never, ever go with reduced fat.
You need all the fat you can get.
And salt and vinegar is the best salt and vinegar snack out there.
How did we get a show where all we do is taste chips?
I still wonder that. So in case any of you guys are wondering, this is a cable access show, and pretty much, you just walk into the cable access location and just say, "Hey, I want a show," and they'll usually give you one.
So one of our producers was telling us today that somebody out there doesn't like the show and doesn't like us.
I know,
but,
shocking.
But
they don't think our brand of humor is funny. The Spencer Fair is outside of Worcester, Mass. For anybody that knows the state of Massachusetts. Worcester's in the middle of the state. And if you go west of Worcester...
How do you pronounce that? West of Worcester?
West of Worcester.
Okay.
If you go west of Worcester, you end up in Spencer. And they've got a really good... It's a country fair type thing. It's one of the bigger ones. It's a great size. They get some great circus acts. I think we saw the Flying Walendas there. They've got a midway with games and rides and things like that.
Pig races.
And then they've got the farming stuff, so 4-H stuff. You get to see cows and chickens and horses and all that other stuff. But what we really like about the Spencer Fair is they've got a phenomenal selection of fair foods. In fact, they've got a giant row of all different types of foods that you could get there.
So we're on Grandstand Boulevard checking out the food stands because I'm getting kind of hungry. And it starts out, I can't complain with how it starts out because there's wicked good hot fudge. And if you want hot fudge, you want it to be wicked good. Poppy's Fresh Onion Rings. Now, who likes anything better than onion rings? And I'm sure Poppy knows his onion rings. Although the sign makes it almost look like a pretzel.
It does look like a pretzel.
They've got Italian sausage, they've got cheese sticks, they've got kielbasa. Fresh cut French fries, that's better than, frozen. Chicken on a pita, charbroiled chicken. Fresh garden salad, I don't know. You don't make friends with salads, but French fries, veal deals. Oh, kids meal, there we go. Think your kids are going to go for that?
No.
No, that's not their thing? Chili cheese fries. If you're going to have fries, you may as well put as much chili and cheese as you have on it.
Your favorite spot right now?
Here's my favorite spot. I think I may actually, at some point, live in a taco wagon. I used to live in a taco wagon. It's kind of odd that they've got hot dogs at the taco wagon and buffalo burgers, but still, it's a taco wagon. What's better than a taco wagon?
This is a stand that Keith is not going to go to.
This is where we're getting into ethnic food, I think. kielbasa, golubki, pierogi. Yeah, maybe I'll eat some here, but
apparently this is called Mr. Kielbasa.
Wow.
Mr. Kielbasa. What's this pizza?
Pizza.
Oh, okay. We got to ask what this pot roast Sunday is.
Sunday. He's already planning his lunch. It's going to be the pot roast Sunday.
I don't think so.
There was a place selling what they called ribbon fries, which, and when I first saw it, this looked to me like they were making fresh potato chips.
It sounded better than what it ended up looking like.
They would jam a potato onto this thing, and they had like a hand thing that would spin it around.
Right.
And somehow that made this like thin, wiggly thing of the potato, and then I guess they threw it in oil. And like I was thinking it would just be like fresh potato chips, although as you can see in this picture, it was very greasy.
Yeah, I don't think it was crispy enough.
Yeah.
You were expecting something that was a potato chip type of crunchy, and it was really more of like something that was dipped in oil.
On the side of their truck, it said, "If you'll try it, we'll fry it."
I was going to challenge them to find something to fry, but then we got distracted, and so I was thinking of grabbing like an Oreo cookie or some Twinkies. We've had fried Oreos before. We've had fried Twinkies before. And so it's really good in Las Vegas. If you ever go downtown, get the fried Twinkies and the fried Oreos. 99 cents for fried Oreos, and you don't eat the rest of the day. Now there was another sign there that you were fascinated with, and this was on the taco maker, wagon.
Yeah, and I did end up buying food there after
Yes.
I got in line, and the line wasn't moving, and I gave up, and then I went back and I got some chili. But it said, "Be prepared to meet your taco maker," which is like kind of scary.
Yeah. Does that just mean the guy making your taco? I mean, is it like, be prepared to meet Joe, your taco maker? I was surprised that you went to the taco wagon and then you came back with chili. Because you should have gotten the tacos. I figured that because I looked at the chili that you got. It wasn't very good. It didn't look good. Was it any good?
I remember you weren't willing to try it. It was like refried beans and some cheese, and maybe there was like beef. It was like different layers.
I think that the cheese kind of looked like the macaroni and cheese. It didn't even look like good cheese. And
yeah, I think it was cheese on tap.
Yeah, and so then I went to the steak and cheese wagon, and I got, and of course for some reason I was in the mood for a cheesesteak, and so they're making the cheese steak sandwich, and they pour like white cheese over this steak. And I go, is that provolone? Thinking that that's the color of provolone.
Like provolone on tap?
Yeah, well, like, I don't know, melted provolone that they're putting on. Because if you go to Philly and you want a cheesesteak, they put Cheese Whiz. And it's melted Cheese Whiz on the sandwich. And that's supposedly the classic way of getting a cheesesteak. And the lady goes, no, that's American cheese. So it was melted American cheese on the cheesesteak. And I'm used to kind of just with American cheese and a cheesesteak, you kind of just take that slice and you put it on top. And then it kind of melts, naturally.
So
if American cheese can melt naturally.
How was it?
It wasn't very good. So
Okay.
I wasn't.
No.
Yeah. So we both go to the Spencer Fair, we get food, and then we just don't like any of it.
I also got the shrimp on a stick.
Was that any good?
I mean, I like shrimp. This
Yeah.
was like kind of slightly undercooked. I was like hoping I didn't get sick from it. And it was like 5 little shrimp on a stick for $5. So, yeah, maybe I'll get my shrimp elsewhere next time.
The whole reason that you have fairs is one, corn dogs, and 2, fried dough. You can't come to a fair without fried dough.
You cannot get a total fair without a fried dough, especially when it's freshly made. Look at that, hot out of the...
Let me have my first one.
Yeah, there you go, Matt.
Come on, it's your third.
Little butter on that? Yes, butter. And then I'm going to go with the traditional powdered sugar.
Over there in the can, you can get as much as you like. Matthew, you should have showed that beautiful dough to that camera.
There we go.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, show me your technique for...
All right, the technique for putting powdered sugar on there?
On the dough.
First, you have to find the right one.
Okay.
Okay, that's regular sugar. Okay, ready?
Yep. Now, how do you know when it's enough?
When it starts blowing off.
When it completely covers my shoes?
The key to eating a fried dough is to make sure that you're downwind or upwind. You eat it so that the powdered sugar goes whichever way the wind is blowing.
Okay, let's go.
All right, according to these flags, it's going this way. So if I ate it now, it would blow in my face. So I'm going to eat it this way. That's hot.
Oh, it's too hot?
I'm going to let it cool down a little bit. Ready?
Yep.
All right, that's it for the fried dough. Oh, good stuff. 10 out of 10.
Wow.
Yep.
So, where'd you get the fried dough? Where are we?
Spencer Fair. A true connoisseur will appreciate the fried dough when they give it to you. They take like a brush and they'll brush butter on it. And
So
they'll
sugar,
put butter.
sugar then butter, or butter
No,
on butter,
no, no,
butter on the
it's-
dough, then sugar on the butter.
Right, butter on the dough, and then you pour the, and that, oh,
Is that like Homer Simpson, where it's like butter your bacon?
it's definitely something like buttered bacon. Oh, so I also want to mention that you're wearing a nice shirt today. What does this shirt say?
It's kind of my philosophy of life,
Which is
you don't win friends with salad.
a Simpsons quote. What's your general attitude about salads and vegetables in terms of?
Well,
Why are we talking about vegetables in the fair episode?
Well, there was this one stand that was selling, I believe, fried vegetables, and you can get fried mini donuts, you can get fried dough. There's this place trying to push fried veggies on us.
I know.
So, they've got a wide selection of veggies here as well, as it turns out. And the best way to eat veggies is not to eat them at all.
But if you're going to eat them.
You dip them in batter, of course.
Ironically, that was the one stand where it seemed like they had something that we could get for our kids, because they had chicken nuggets. My daughter is 2.5. She only likes chicken nuggets and fries and peanut butter. I didn't see any peanut butter things there.
She's got chicken nuggets, fries, and peanut butter is all she eats?
That's all she
So
eats.
she eats exactly what you eat?
No, no. I'll eat hamburgers. She won't eat hamburgers. I'll eat French fries with ketchup. She won't eat ketchup. I mean, there's a whole. She's even pickier than I am in terms of food.
But it's fairly subtle, the differences between you and your daughter.
No, she's worse right now. I mean, when she turns my age, I'm hoping that her eating will expand to more food items and food groups.
Like corn dogs will have to be added to the list.
She likes ice cream. I mean, she likes all the stuff that I like, obviously. Like, I could bring this home, she'll eat all this. Anyway, so we did get some fried veggies, thinking that, there's vegetables in them. But mainly it was there for the chicken nuggets. And, of course, this tent also had the whole turkey dinner on a platter type thing.
Yep.
Get a
And the
or
fried
eat a
veggies.
sandwich,
Yep.
and then they had the fried veggies. So apparently this was the one stand where everybody decided to go, or at least all the older people decided to go. So it took me like 20, 30 minutes to wait in line and get this food. And of course, by the time I got back to the tent, my daughter's going crazy, and she's like all messed up, and she's like, I want to go out. And
You come back and you're all excited, and you go, you're holding this cup here, and Keith says, he shows the cup, he goes, oh, this one stand, you could get a Coke like this for $4, and they had free refills for $2.
And of course, that's hilarious to Jeremy, because obviously a free refill would not be $2. And then, of course, they put a lot of ice in. And the first time I got it, I said Diet Coke, and they filled it up with Coke. So one more thing from the Spencer Fair that you were obsessed with. After we got done eating, we decided we were going to walk around. We were going to go try to play some of the games, because I'm really good at whack-a-mole, by the way. Although the whack-a-mole at the Spencer Fair,
Not that good.
Not that good, because instead of just getting points for whack-a-mole, which I'm really good at, they had this thing where you had to whack the moles, but then you were blowing up a balloon, and then the first one to pop the balloon would win. And so I think the game was rigged, but I'm pretty good at whack-a-mole. Anyway.
We won
So
nothing,
then,
right?
so you're walking towards the ride area, and you see this giant Lay's chip truck thing, right?
Yeah, so as you know, I've got kind of an obsession with chip trucks. I've got on my website a whole bunch of pictures of chip trucks from all around the world, and pretty much my mission in life is to take pictures of chip trucks.
Oh, that's your
wherever I can see
mission.
'em.
Oh, that's your mission.
Well, that's my latest mission. I've got lots of missions. So we're at this fair, and I'm like, is that a huge Lay's truck?
You got all excited.
And I kept seeing it in the distance, and we eventually, we get over there. It was just like an old truck that used to be a chip truck, and now they're just using it to ship carnival equipment.
Right.
And it's just sitting there.
So that's your version of the story. Now my version of the story.
Uh-oh.
is we're walking towards the ride area. Jeremy goes, "Chip truck!" And he runs away from us, and he says, "I'm just gonna go get a picture of it." So imagine, now we've got two toddlers with us. We've got a 2.5-year-old and a 15-month-old. We're going a little slower. We've got a little stroller with us. We're the whole suburban family thing. Jeremy takes off, and then for 20 minutes, we can't find him. And we didn't have phones with us. We didn't have, so we couldn't, so we were basically wandering around trying to find him. Then we finally found you, and then he tells us the story. Oh, it's just a chip truck. It's just
not even a chip truck.
So that was the Spencer Fair. I would highly recommend going to it, especially if you're a fan of fair food. So what is Ashland Day?
I don't know. There was a craft fair going on. There were rides. There were those big balloon, bouncy things that you throw kids on and they have fun with. There There was this gyro ride, and there was a bunch of food, which is the whole reason we went there, because we figured, okay, it's another fair, we're going to get more fried food.
We did meet a couple of people who when we were doing some of the interviews, you'll see that they recognized us. But we were sitting on the grass, just eating some of the food, or just waiting for some of the pie eating contests to go on. And a guy pulls up in the
Like
golf cart, and he was an Ashland police officer. And he yells out to us, he goes, "Hey, snacking guys!" And we're like, wow, someone recognized us. We turn around, and it's this police officer. He starts telling us, he goes, "Yeah, I've seen your show. I can't believe you guys eat all that stuff." And then he says the line that I will repeat now forever. He goes, "Yeah, you guys are kind of funny." Which I know he didn't mean to insult us, like saying that we're only partially funny. I mean, he really was saying that he liked the show and he was a fan.
He said
but
that
just
all
the way he
before,
said it was really funny, and not kind of funny. It was really funny. But then he gave my kids some junior Ashland deputy police badges. We want to warn the town of Ashland that we now have the power to stop you if you are committing a snacking crime. So if we come by and see you not snacking correctly, we have the power to throw them in jail for like 48 hours.
Sure,
right?
and just to be clear, things we consider to be snacking crimes are, for example, if you were to double dip.
Oh, that's a snacking felony.
Now, if you have like a bag of Fritos and you spill the whole thing over, that's a snacking crime. If you were to get like a bag of Utz cheese curls and not share some with Keith, that would be a snacking crime.
If after you're done with it, if you don't seal the bag and then use a pre-approved snack chip thing, that's a snacking crime.
Here's another one. If you were to, say, offer free refills but charge $2 for them, that's a snacking crime.
If you eat a cheese puff and then wipe your fingers on your pants, that's a snacking crime. Obviously, the food tent was our big priority. And so we walked up and down and we did some interviews. And the first interview that we did was these two nice old ladies, or nice, I don't want to say old, nice ladies.
They were nice.
And
they were making cookies.
All right, one of my favorite booths here at the snacking tent is the hot cookies for $1. And these are chocolate chip cookies. I'm standing with Melanie over here. Hi, Melanie.
Hi, how are you?
And this is Margot.
Hi there.
And so I want to ask you a few questions. First of all, Melanie has seen the show, so she's a fan of the Snacking Hour.
I am.
All right, so what are you making here today? What kind of cookies?
Chocolate chip cookies.
Okay, and any nuts?
No nuts.
Okay, so we've got some cookies right here in the ovens over here.
Cooking right now.
And you're using Black & Decker kind of...
Convection ovens.
Okay, so now then when they're done, you've got 3 stacks here. Yep. So which ones are the hot cookies?
These are the hot ones.
Are these not so hot?
Those are, well, they're terrific, but they're not so hot.
And then these are cold?
And those are the early morning ones. We had to get backlogged.
Okay, so if someone came up and said, I want a cookie, what do you do with these if they want it hot?
We just hold them over. They're covered, they're safe, they're wonderful. We use these.
Now I notice here, now I don't want to make fun of you or anything, but we have the double cookie here.
And that is artistry at its best.
Would you charge more than $1 for that one?
If somebody really wanted it, you betcha. This is for the Ashland Emergency.
Well, he was looking at it. I think this is
well, we'll reserve it for you then, won't we?
What is the proper way to eat a chocolate chip cookie? By itself or with like a glass of milk?
Any way you want, as long as you eat them.
Guess who bought and ate the double cookie?
You bought the double cookie.
There was a group from Ashland High School that was selling cotton candy, and I got to admit, I've never been like inside the cotton candy machine before. Well, I'm not
you didn't
like
jump into the cotton candy machine.
No,
because then they would have had to clean it.
So we're here at the cotton candy machine with Nina and Kate, who are both from the Ashland High School class of 2010. They're selling cotton candy to raise money for the class. So you've seen the show?
I saw it yesterday. Yeah, you were eating some kind of crazy food. I think it began with an A. It was funny. It was very entertaining. I liked it a lot.
How does this work, and how did you learn to use it?
Basically, you just turn the heat on, and you turn it on. I'll show you.
Okay, let's do a little demo
Make
here.
one like this. You have to spin it. More sugar. Watch your eyes. It could spray.
Okay, so you pour the sugar in the hole.
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
And then you power it up. Yeah.
Wow, this is in action cotton candy being made. I've never seen anything like this.
Pretty impressive.
Oh, I think I just got hit by a little cube of sugar.
The thing about the cotton candy thing that really got me was when they were pouring in the sugar, she did warn us to stand back.
Oh, I got hit by a couple
I got
of those.
hit by a couple of those things too.
There was another booth there at Ashland Day that had this huge sign that said chocolate, chocolate. And like, yeah, when I saw that, I knew that
we had to go over and talk to them.
Yeah. So as it turned out, there's a woman who lives in Shrewsbury named Lisa Austin, who runs a business making these really neat chocolate creations.
I like chocolate. Everyone likes chocolate. And wow, you got a lot of chocolate here. And you got some, wow.
Chocolate.
You got some beautiful looking chocolate. This stuff is just like artistic and I'm sure delicious as well.
Yes, lots of compliments on it.
So what?
People love chocolate.
Oh yeah, everyone likes chocolate.
Everybody loves chocolate.
So what are some of the creations you've got today?
Well, I have
seen all these colors here. It looks,
yes, I have all my different individual apples and double apples, which have all M&Ms and Reese's peanut butters. Some are just chocolate with drizzle. I also do chocolate-covered Twinkies and macadamia nuts. I have to say my biggest sellers probably are the gourmet apples that I have Granny Smith apple with caramel pecans and all different kinds of chocolate. Some have graham cracker and marshmallow. And then I have Marshmallow Madness, which is 3 marshmallows on a stick with caramel pecans and then drizzled with chocolate. Amazing.
I may have to buy one of those right now.
Oh, you'll love it.
You are the chocolatier, right? So
I am a chocolatier, Mrs. Willy Wonka, yes.
Okay, so you actually make all this yourself.
I make all of it individually.
And where did you learn to be a chocolatier?
Actually, I've just been taking some courses, but I started off because I make a really good gourmet brownie. And, and I wanted to go into business for myself, but I knew I had to do something other than brownies, so I thought chocolate. And now I keep playing with chocolate.
I bought one of those pretzels. You got some of those for your kids, and
well, unbeknownst to me, you know, while I was doing off some filming, doing some other things, my wife decided to go over and get 2 of the chocolate-covered pretzels for my kids, and apparently they love these things so much that for the next 20 minutes they didn't say a thing. They were so intently eating the chocolate on the thing, and they've got, you know, they got chocolate all over their mouths, and so she said that was the best thing ever.
We're standing here with Irene, and Irene is selling apple crisps, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, who are you selling this for?
Federated Church.
Now, I have a few questions about apple crisp. First of all, what are the ingredients? Apple and...
Apple, some brown sugar and spices, and a little bit of flour to thicken it up a little. That's it. In the apples. The topping is oatmeal, flour, shortening or margarine, and brown sugar and spices.
Now, because there's apples in it, this could be considered a healthy snack, correct?
Oh, absolutely. It's definitely a healthy snack. It's technically a dessert, but it's awfully good. Between 9 and 10 at night with some ice cream on it.
Oh, okay. That was my next question. Is you shouldn't just eat this by itself. You have to have ice cream, right?
It's better that way.
So probably the most entertaining part of Ashland Day was the pie contest that was going on kind of throughout the afternoon.
Now, not just a pie contest.
Well, pie eating contest.
Pie eating contest.
Yeah. And one of the things I really liked about it was the fact that, so if you notice, there's someone else standing between the hosts here.
Yes, we don't have a third co-host.
This is Brennan, who was working until just now on the camera right over there. And he actually was in the pie contest, and in fact, he was one of the winners of one of the rounds and was in the finals.
He won, I believe, right? The first heat.
Oh, yeah, I placed first.
So first, let's talk about the rules of the contest so that everyone understands what was going on. You had it was a bunch of people lined up at a table, and they gave you a pie, and I think it was the 2 basic rules were you had to have your hands behind your back, and what was the other thing?
I don't think you really had your
you can't use your hands.
Yeah, you can't use your hands.
It was good pie, right?
Oh yeah, it was.
What kind of pie did they serve?
It was blueberry pie.
Okay, so even if there was no prizes, even if you weren't trying to win an iPod or a Wii or anything, you would have just done it to eat the pie, right?
Yeah, I would have done it anyway.
So big question is, did you train for this? Did you know going in that you were going to be entering this contest? And then did you train for a pie eating contest?
Yep, I did actually know I was going to be in it, and I did actually train. At the time, I didn't really have a pie, so all I did was I turned on some Rocky music and did some pie eating motions.
Great, so you just
you didn't practice with any kind of food at all?
No, not really.
Now, did you have a strategy, or did you develop a strategy while you're doing it? Because I did notice that you and another guy took the pie with you took it with your teeth and you dumped it out.
Yep. We took off the tin.
Right, you took off the tin, and so what was the purpose of that?
The purpose of that was pretty much like, I guess it gets you to the crust faster.
Okay.
So,
Is the crust tastier or it's just?
well, actually, it gives me an opportunity to like dig into it more,
Right, right.
as opposed to like eating it just like.
Did you do that in
face
round
up.
1, or did you see someone else do that and you said, I'm going to adopt that for the
Actually, I
finals?
did that in round 1.
Okay.
I've been doing that for about like 2 years.
How
Oh,
long,
so this is not the first contest
No.
that you've been in?
how
No.
long have you been on the pie contest circuit?
I've been on there for like 2 years. Like, yeah, this is my 3rd year doing it. So.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so in terms of the finals, you did not win. We
No.
did. There was another winner, and we interviewed him.
Yep.
And he liked the pies too. So I think there's one common thing among these guys who are good at eating pies.
Is that they like the pie.
They like
Yeah.
pie.
Well, that's what we were talking about. I think you guys wanted me to be on there, and I can't stand blueberry pie, so I would have been like taking one bite, and I'd be like. All right, so we were thinking of having our own little pie eating contest here. So I went to the Shaws in Ashland, and ironically, they were all out of blueberry pies. I think that, the pie eating contest sold them out for blueberry pies, or they decided, oh, we made so many pies for that thing. We don't want to make any more blueberry pies for at least a week or two. But they did have a lemon crunch pie, and so if you guys wanted, lemon crunch with a K, by the way. So we were thinking of getting one of these and splitting it up 3 ways, but you've got to be sick of pie right now, right?
Yeah, I can't do pie.
So
right
because
now.
this is the snacking hour, we decided why not have a snack eating contest?
Give you a tour of the bowl. We've got the Utz cheese curls. A little further down, we've got some Fritos scoops. And we've got some, what kind of Cheez-Its were these? Cheez-It Crisps?
White cheddar Cheez-It crisps.
White cheddar Cheez-It Crisps, which right before we started taping the show, Keith tried one and said they're gross. And then we've got some of this. This is like Chex Mix, only different. It's called Simply Chex, where it's just the Chex from the Chex Mix. They don't include the rest. So we poured some
cheddar
of that in.
cheese too.
You can use your hands just to hold the bowl, but not.
Okay.
I think once you get to, the idea will be that you will try to eat out of the bowl without using our hands. Like we won't be able to do this and eat.
Okay.
So you'll but then as you get to the bottom of the bowl, you can kind of use your hands to tip it back to eat more. But you're not allowed to pick up the snacks. You can kind of touch the bowl once you've eaten some.
Did you train for this?
No, I had no idea what we were gonna do.
Okay.
All right, we ready?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This was a bad idea.
Oh, crap.
I can't reach with the bottom of the bowl.
Oh, Keith, we have a winner.
Oh,
Outstanding.
We've discovered the real star of the snacking hour, and that's our good friend Matt here. Matt, you're working at the Ashland Day. What were you doing over there?
I was selling goldfish.
Okay. Real goldfish or the cracker one?
Actually, moving goldfish.
Now, because you run the snacking hour, you should have been selling the cracker goldfish.
I should have.
All right, so we've got a little segment that we'd like to call "Will Matt Ride This?" And we found the scariest ride here. This is the gyroscope type of ride, and so we got to ask you, Matt, will you ride this?
Yes.
What did you eat today before going on this ride?
3 slices of pizza and a hamburger and 2 sodas.
So you're full.
Yeah.
No, leave them upside down. Oh.
Go faster!
So that's going to do it for this week's show, right? Yeah. So that show was pretty fair.
And we're going to end it with some more video of Matt on the gyro ride.